The Amazing Race 2025 live recap and spoilers, Week 2. The Amazing Race 2025 debuts in its regular time slot tonight on CBS. Host Phil Keoghan will guide the 12 remaining teams through Europe as they try their best to be named the winner of The Amazing Race Season 38. Who gets eliminated on The Amazing Race tonight? Find out with us during our The Amazing Race live recap below. Mom's gonna have the Willies. The teams will be heading to Prague tonight on The Amazing Race Season 38. They will be tasked with walking a plank across the tallest landmark in Prague to get the next clue. The nerves will be coming out on this plank, so will the teams be able to walk the plank? The fight to be named the winners of The Amazing Race Season 38 continues tonight. Follow along with our live recap below. Warning: spoilers ahead. This live recap will be updated throughout the episode, so do not keep reading if you do not want to read spoilers. October 1st live recap, Week 2. Keep refreshing the page for the latest The Amazing Race live recap updates. Heading to Prague. The teams will all take a train and make their way to Prague, the location for the next leg of The Amazing Race Season 38. They head to the train station to buy their tickets, as teams are feeling confident about things. The first 8 teams all get on the train and will arrive in Prague at 9:23 a.m. The next 3 teams all get on another train, but they will be arriving in Prague at 9:23 a.m. also. However, Megan and Matt are traveling alone and will be arriving in Prague at 10:22 a.m. So, the first 8 teams all got off at the wrong stop, so now they have to take a detour. 5 of the teams get on a different train, which gets them to Prague at the same time. Meanwhile, Natalie and Stephanie, Joseph and Adam, and Jas and Jag buy new tickets, which get them right to Prague, and they'll arrive at 8 a.m., so they buy those. Then we see Kyland and Taylor, Angela and Lexi, and Kat and Alex from the second group that left at first. They are waiting and waiting for their train, which has now been cancelled. They find a new train, which gets them to Prague at 10:22 a.m., like Megan and Matt. Finally in Prague. It seemed to take a while, but we finally see Jas and Jag, Joseph and Adam, and Whitney and Stephanie arrive in Prague. They get to the clue box, which is a roadblock. For this challenge, they will have to walk out onto a plank way up in the air to retrieve the next clue. Jag gets across with no issues, but Adam and Stephanie are struggling with the heights. Stephanie and Adam get through it and make it across. They get the next clue, which is to head to a bridge for their next clue. The second group of 5 teams has now arrived in Prague. Hannah and Simone got lost and missed the connecting subway. D2 time on The Amazing Race. The first 3 teams arrive at the next clue, and it's a detour. Either do a challenge of remembering the crests of 11 different villages, searching in a restaurant for those crests, finding the name of the village associated with each crest, and then giving those village names to a historian. The other option is to deliver 48 glasses somewhere in town. As the next group of 5 teams is working on the beam, we see the first 3 teams working on the detour. Jas and Jag are quick to get their glasses picked out, so they head out to deliver. Stephanie and Natalie, and Joseph and Adam start delivering also. Jas and Jag get all of the glasses delivered, so they are heading back. Meanwhile, Natalie and Stephanie, and Joseph and Adam can't find the locations. They run into Jas and Jag, who help them find the first spot. Jas and Jag get the detour done and get the next clue, which has them heading to another location for the next clue. The final 4 teams have finally made it to Prague. They are working together to make sure they get to the right location, not knowing they are the final 4 teams and will be battling to stay alive tonight. Next clue on The Amazing Race. Jas and Jag get back to the clue box and find out that the next clue is route info, which sends them to the pit stop. Meanwhile, Natalie and Stephanie and Joseph and Adam finish the detour and get the clue, as they head to the next clue. Things are moving fast, as they get the clue and head to the pit stop. The last 4 teams arrive at the plank, as Kyland and Kat do it with no issues. Matt and Lexi are struggling, but they finally get past their nerves and make it. Meanwhile, Tucker and Eric find the wrong clue box. They get the pit stop clue and head to Phil, without doing the detour. They check in with Phil as the 4th team, but he sends them back out to do the detour. The next 5 teams all decide to do the crest option for the detour, and they are struggling, but Hannah and Simone get it on their second attempt and head out. Tucker and Eric are not far behind them. Izzy and Paige get it right on their attempt and head out. Jack and Chelsea get it right and head out. Christine and Rubina keep screwing up 2 of the crests and can't get them right. They finally figure out they had the wrong crest for one, so they get it right and head out. 4-team battle. We see Kyland and Taylor get to the detour, and they take on the delivery option. Megan and Matt and Angela and Lexi will do the crest option. It seems like it's going to be a battle between the final 4 teams and who can get the detour done first. Kyland and Taylor have finished their detour, but the other teams are struggling with the crests. Kat and Alex are too stressed, so they decide to switch to the other option. They all get it done, and it's a race to the pit stop. Week 2 pit stop on The Amazing Race Season 38. This one seems to be all about Jas and Jag tonight. Here are the results from The Amazing Race 2025 tonight. It was a race to the pit stop between Megan and Matt and Angela and Lexi, but Megan and Matt pulled it out again, so Angela and Lexi have been eliminated tonight. What do you think of those results?